single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
Hey everybody, this is Brian B here with Double B Marketing, and what I'm here today is I'm going to be talking about money revealed movie review. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss it over to my friend. We're going to give you a quick trailer, and so you can see the movie, what it's about, and then actually what's the things that you can look for to taking advantage of. So here it is. Here's my friend.
The whole system begins to fall. The dot-com boom of 2000 and the bust, and then the subprime meltdown of '08. Both of those cut the market in half. And the storm clouds I see from where I sit are clearly visible. It's not a pretty picture for the buy and holders of 401ks.
.95% of our country doesn't have any idea how any of this works, so they just get angry. Instead of thinking to themselves, I know somebody who has more money than me, why don't I just go figure out what they did?
That's really strange that they don't teach money at school. What they teach us to do is get a job, be an employee. I don't want to do that. The rich don't pay taxes legally because the government wants us to do certain things. They're incentives. They tax the stupid, the uneducated, the misinformed. So I'm using debt to get richer. Most people use debt to get poor.
We've watched this great financial experiment absolutely be decimated, yet people are still taking part in the experiment. And because of that, they stay stuck, they stay poor, or maybe middle class at best, with Herculean effort to say, if I have the right work ethic or I work hard enough, I'll be better off. Hard work with the wrong philosophy still equals bankruptcy.
I used to open my real estate seminars with, how would you like to know the secret to getting rich? And my answer is, go into debt as far as you possibly can. Okay. And then I would let there be silence in the room while people kind of digested that. But then I qualified that.
It was Einstein that said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. It was Rothschilds that said, no, compound interest, tax-free. A dollar doubled 20 times is $1 million if it's tax-free. In a 25% tax bracket, it's only worth $72,000. Wow. When you could have had $1 million.
Unemployment is the first and only sign of growth in the economy. I see unemployment, I go, wow, if GDP is pretty flat or going up and there's been some unemployment, that means output didn't stop. Output probably went up.
Making money and keeping money are two very different skill sets. That's the difference between making $250,000 a year and $250 million a year. As long as you keep reading about that and not doing it, you're going to stay where you're at. And I don't think young entrepreneurs these days really understand that.
The largest exchanges and cryptocurrencies are dominated by banking interests, and they're not stupid. If the public had known that the reform legislation was written by the bankers, they would never have gone for it. There's a real name for that, and it's called a cartel.
One of the things that is really interesting about crypto is not only is it extremely exciting technology, not only are we seeing really, really exciting early markets, but also it's so exciting that it's bringing, a good majority of the smartest people in coding and in finance that are coming up.
Blockchain is the most exciting innovation. There's going to be trillions and tens of trillions of dollars of capital created through this system. There's going to be so much value created that all we need is one tiny little sliver of that value and we're just fine. I am going all in.
Really what needs to be explained is our wealth, our prosperity. Where did that come from? And how do we generate more of that for everybody globally? Let's not worry about what the market's going to do tomorrow. Let's not worry about people telling you it's going to crash next year, those kinds of things. Think about being an investor for the rest of your life, and let's start doing it the real way, the way that works.
The rapaciousness and mercenary nature of Wall Street and the things that they do make them impossible. We offer that expertise that does help level the playing field. At the end of the year, I calculate our average gain, and we just do really well.
Only 50% of the population is cognitively hardwired to be an entrepreneur. And the other half of us were just not programmed that way. Imagine if you had a $10,000 or $20,000 a month residual coming that just took care of you, earning a small amount off the efforts of many versus 100% of just me.
The middle class are people who may have a little bit of money, but most of the time they end up spending what they have. And the challenge with that is your business will always be a mirror of yourself. I was trying to make businesses make money, but I wasn't myself being cash flow positive. I wasn't reinvesting the money, buying properties, buying assets, making sure they were making money for me. Why would the money come my way? Money's always trying to find the best home. And if I'm not able to appreciate the money won't appreciate.
Let me just declare my bias right up front. I am a capitalist. I think capitalism is collectively the greatest thing that humanity's ever created, and I'm going to prove it to you.
All right, so here we are on the computer. I am on the moneyreveal.com page. This is a pre-launch, so this has not been released yet, but this is something that you definitely want to jump into. Sign up in the link below. I'll have a link below that you can get that'll take you exactly to this page. And at the top, you just enter your name, email, and basically you get you'll get the 9 episodes that are each episode are only available for 24 hours, and they're absolutely free. So make sure you sign up and check them out. Sign up so that you get an alert, and you're aware of when these episodes are out, so you can watch them. They're absolutely free. I mean, this is what excited me the most, is because got people like Robert Kiyosaki. I mean, if you've ever read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is one of the best business books I think out there, he does an amazing job at it, explaining different things, and he, as you've seen in the trailer, he kind of explains a little bit about debt, but we'll get into that. Anyways, so as you can see, some of these experts that are in the documentary. So this is a documentary series, basically put together, 9-episode documentary series with over 36 different entrepreneurs. And a lot of these entrepreneurs have been, featured in a lot of these big, television programs, or magazines or newspapers. Sorry. And so these people know what they're talking about, and this is super exciting. I mean, like I said, if you own a business or you're looking to get into business, I highly suggest that you watch this series. I mean, it's free. It could change your business and your life forever. It's amazing. So. How did the wealthy get where they are today? I mean, this is what they're going to teach you. The wealthy have a different mindset than other people. They have business mentality. They don't. If you're into business, that going to college and working a regular day, a regular 9-to-5 job, making someone else money is not the way that these people think. So this is really what you're going to learn. So as you can see here, 36 self-made millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires, and their wealth advisors. So these are all people that, they know what they're talking about. These are people that are dealing with business, making money in different ways, whether it be through real estate, cryptocurrency, stocks, all different types of methods. So yeah, this is absolutely amazing. There's, they talk about how the best time to get started in business is right now. And if these experts are telling you that, then that means that's exactly what that means. So like you said here, you can get access to all 9 full-length videos. It's a groundbreaking series. So if you visit the link that I have below, you can read through this a little more in depth. I'm just kind of reviewing it quickly for you so that you kind of have a brief idea of what this is all about. But here's a great one. And I mean, those of you who've never heard of Robert Kiyosaki or never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I highly suggest it. It's one of my favorite books, if not my favorite book. It was the first book I ever read about business, and it really opened my eyes, and it changed my mind completely. So yes, they feature Robert Kiyosaki in here, and one of the cool things they say about they say that he mentions in here is debt. So debt, how most people use it. Most people use it, and you've seen it in the trailer, to get poor. I mean, they borrow money, and they buy fancy things only to just, accumulate more and more debt. Well, Robert Kiyosaki, he teaches you how to use debt to invest, and it's probably, maybe in real estate or whatnot, and make yourself even richer. So take that debt to make money. It's a really, it's a business mentality. It's a really smart way to do things. He'll also, the 5 investments that legally wipe out your taxes. So another thing he mentions is people who are, are business owners or people that are working, they get taxed every year. The government only taxes the uneducated, he says. If you are educated and your stuff in business, you'll know how to, to pretty much eliminate taxes. There's a lot of ways you can do that as a business owner. So, that's just a few of the things that Robert Kiyosaki is going to probably talk about in that series. Then we got other business people like David Gardner. He talks about how a small tweak to traditional stock investing pays solid returns. So, he's a big investor. So he's going to, maybe talk a little bit about different ways to invest in stocks. And if that's what you're into, then this is the perfect episode for you. So here we are again, episode 2. So it really breaks it down, all these different, every episode looks like we have 2, major, entrepreneurs or investors that are talking about, different things. So there's so much value. I mean, if you've listened to the Wealth Project podcast, we always talk about providing value. Well, this is all free value available just for you, just for entering, just signing up so that it'll come right to your inbox. So here it is, it's breaking down every episode, episode 6, episode 7, some big names here, all the way to episode 9, giving you a preview of everything that's happening. And then money isn't everything, try living without it. I love that saying. That is a saying, and I can't remember who said it. I believe it was Robert Kiyosaki, but it's true. Everybody says, hey, money ain't everything, money ain't everything. Well, and that's right. It's not everything, but I mean, it's true. Try living without it. I mean, you're not going to live very well. So 3 dozen experts share stories from their roads to riches. It's absolutely an amazing, it's uplifting, it's encouraging and motivating. So, if you need a little motivation to, maybe get kickstarted in a business or invest, get into investing or in real estate, or maybe even you just want to throw in some money in cryptocurrency, because that seems to be pretty big right now. There's different ways, there's different things that they'll teach you here. So here's a list of all the, and you can check out every single one of their guests, all 36 of them, and they'll have a little bit of an explanation there. So you can see there's some pretty big people here. Like, CEO of Whole Foods, John McKay. That's a huge name right there, right? Like as mentioned up here, Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. David Gardner, he's an investor in conscious capitalism. So there's lots of really, really knowledgeable people. These are people that you definitely want to hear from, you want to learn from, because these are the guys that are doing it right. These are the guys that are making millions, billions even. And it's, and again, I know I keep repeating myself, but this is all free. So here it is. Here's what I mentioned earlier. No school teaches this. The rich teach their kids. That is one of the biggest things that Robert Kiyosaki says in the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He had a dad that was had a business mentality, and he had a dad that had a traditional, mentality to go to college and work your 9 to 5. Well, take one guess which one was rich and which one was poor. That's not to say that, and I'm not saying that, college education is bad or anything like that. Obviously, that's something that's completely up to you. But, this is so valuable. The link is right below. It's created by Dr. Patrick Contempo. And I'm just going to read his profile here. So Dr. Patrick Contempo is a well-known, respected star in the world of health and wellness and business. As a chiropractor, he built an international business, and his innovations received multiple patents. He really knows what he's doing, and he's interviewing these people. And then also Mr. Jeff Hayes, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard Jeff Hayes. He's a veteran filmmaker, and a serial entrepreneur himself. So, they put together this documentary, and, some of the documentaries that Jeff Hayes has is, health. He has some recent health documentaries called Bought, Doctored, and Undoctored, which, some of them were listed for an Academy Award. So, I mean, the fact that you're able to get a documentary like this for absolutely free from an Academy Award nominated documentary filmmaker is absolutely amazing. So here it is. Sign up. All you need is your first name, your email. I would highly suggest you hit send me a text message reminder. Just so you get something right on your phone in case you're not looking at your emails, because I believe they said that these videos will only be available for 24 hours. Each episode will only be available for 24 hours. So you don't want to miss it. I highly suggest it. Like I said, if you are an entrepreneur, this is for you. So again, click the link below. I'll have a link for you that you can reach this page, and sign up and watch this series. It's amazing. Like I said, if you're an entrepreneur already, or you're looking to get into it, it's meant for anybody. It'll really get you motivated. It'll open your eyes, and it'll teach you a lot. So check it out.
All right, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, there's some exciting things going on about in this movie. If you want to get those free episodes that he's talking about, go ahead somewhere on this page, click the link below, and take advantage of it. And you also get some free tips from me if you click the link below. So click the link below, subscribe so you have some more of my tips, and I'll see you on the other side.